the wonderful man of the moment, Dr.Suborno Bose. Sir, really have you here. And could somebody help me with the bouquet to present to sir? Yes, sir. You mean the most to us, and I think for making this so special for all of us, thank you, sir. I request Dr. Bose to take his seat. Oh, yes, sir. Please have a seat, sir.
That's this side.
Right, anyway, sir.
That's the only thing.
I'm over to Shekhar now.
All right.
Yes. Yes, everybody get to the mobile and sign in. We have a very engaging and very enriching. Before we start, I was a member that we all have to wear green. So, yes, sir, we have a small competition. Whoever makes the best maximum shades of green gets a book from you right away. So Dani, who was one more green, but we'll do that at the end of this Fireside chat. So before we start this Fireside chat, it's going to be a very, very engaging discussion on everything and anything around the book and also on sir. And I'll gather some details about you, sir.
Sure, absolutely.
About your love for Indian coffee and your love for cricket and everything around it. But more than anything else, I think this is such an important book in today's day and age on hospitality. I think like the art of listening, I think the art of sustainable hospitality is so important. So before we start, can we clap a little loudly for sir? I think we came in a few minutes early and I told sir that I think such a beautiful setting. All we are missing is a real fire, but we'll make that with our questions and we'll have some fun along the way. All right. So I had a chance to go through your book and I had a chance to go through your previous book too. It was about humility, humor and wit. And it was very interesting. But so I have to ask you this question. Hospitality is more than just a business, is mentioned. It's an art form that requires delicate balance between creating memorable experiences for guests and caring for the environment and local community. Is this, in a nutshell, the art of sustainable hospitality, according to you, sir?
Yeah. First of all, good evening, everybody, and very warm welcome on behalf of Sanchari, behalf of me, of course, and thanks, Shekhar, for organizing this chat. I can't see much of fire, I can see the red wines. So possibly we can have a couple of red wines. All of you, please have a couple of red wines to get you mentally set up for this. So I mean, I've been working for sustainability, about sustainability for ages now, much before it's become quite a fashionable word. And I believe that the COVID has been a very, very lasting kind of an impression on the concept of sustainability in our industry. It was always there, big hotel chains like Marriott, Accor, they always had, but it was not possibly taught to the students, and the students of today, some of them are here, are the managers of tomorrow. If you don't teach them, then they go to hotel without knowing what is sustainability. They believe sustainability is all about climate change, which is definitely an important part of sustainability, but not the sustainability what we mean. For us, the entire experience, as you said, Shekhar, is creating the wow moments for the guest, creating that guest experience, exceeding their expectation, all can become a sustainable luxury. Now this is a very interesting word, sustainable luxury, and I'm happy to say I've got a patent for this only last week for this word. So sustainable luxury is what the hospitality industry now have to aspire for. Luxury, yes. Sustainable luxury, yes. Not just luxury at the cost of sustainability. And so we can still create a guest experience, can still create those magic moments, but with respecting the ethos of sustainability. because none of us will survive without that.
Thank you, sir. I think that was a very, very inspiring opening remark. Can you clap for sir, everybody? During the time that I'll ask you to clap a lot because that's how we get energy.
Yes.
So if your hands are not occupied with the red line, please clap. All right. Now, so I think in this book, I think something which has been very underlying, which is very distinct in your book, is the fact that environment plays a very important role. And we hear everybody talking about it because it's a cool buzzword. But from your perspective, sir, how integral is the environment with sustainability, with the various things you really talk about? What's the cornerstone behind it, sir?
I think creating an sustainable environment is the responsibility of all of us. I'll give you an example. When we run big hotels, in the city especially, where we have got these big weddings, big banquets, and we create a lot of traffic jams for the people of the city who actually suffer because of our business. So what we do back, what we give back. It's great to have great business, we all love it, but also the community needs to be compensated for what we are getting. Similarly, when we talk about energy, energy is one of the biggest thing in any hotel. So many hoteliers are there, they all agree with me. Energy is, whether it's a cost or a single important factor, is energy. How we can create a sustainable energy system which can help the city, the community, whether it's the entire world or just that place where we are located, and how we can make it a better place. Now, whether we can use solar energy, whether we can use the energy, reuse it, we have got something now we call upscale. We used to say recycle, reuse, now we are talking about upscaling. Whether we can upscale certain things. I think environment is where we all live. But very interestingly, during COVID, some of us like me learned that oxygen is not free. We all thought throughout our life, oxygen to milta hai. The God has given us oxygen.
And you have to fight for it also.
And so we saw so many people dying because there was no oxygen in our country. And then we realized oxygen is very precious. That's your environment. So if you make your environment polluted, what you are inhaling, we call it two caretakers of life are the inhalation and exhalations, and the body and the mind. So we understand that it took a COVID to the world to make us understand how important environment is. And without that environment, we will all kind of perish in the next 10 years, 20 years. Very important.
Thank you, sir, for just showing us the future. I think it's a future which we will be very grateful for. I think the pandemic has taught us in more ways than one that life is very fragile. And like you said, sir, we have very close family friends, very close relatives also passing away.
Yes.
Due to oxygen and due to so many other factors. I think it speaks for itself. So your book is also dubbed as Practical Wisdom for a Better Planet. And every chapter in this book exemplifies it, from automation to zero hunger. Now, how do you look forward to this journey of sustainable hospitality?
The most important factor is that we need to understand that there are three kinds of sustainability. If we can have a three kind of sustainable factors. One is definitely what we spoke about, the physical factor, the climate change, the environment, but I think more importantly, and that's what hospitality industry suffered during the COVID, is that social sustainability. Because the social sustainability leads to economic sustainability. So physical, social, economic. Now if you take care of your people, if you look after your people, your associate, your employees, your suppliers, and if you make sure that they are with you, that leads to they staying back and not leaving you. And that leads to more profit. When COVID went off and business came with huge kind of a vengeance, resurgence happened, whether it's a 5-star luxury properties or it's a small oil properties. Every hotel sectors are doing so well, flights are full, airports are full, cafes are full, bars are full. That's the result of the social sustainability. We lost a lot of good people during COVID because a lot of companies could not offer the social sustainability. They just got their people out and those people never came back. So we lost some of the very good people in COVID. Had those people been there, then the economic sustainability would have been even more. So I think social sustainability is even more important in a life of any hospitality professional than the physical, because there where the heart of hospitality lies is about people. It's about people. It's about your employees, the people who deliver the service, the people who create the wow moments, and the people who are your creditors, your bankers, your suppliers, and the local communities. If you don't look after them, if the social sustainability is not delivered to them, then another COVID come in 10 years' time, you finish.
You spoke to the people, and can we clap for sir once again? I think people are the cornerstone of the culture of any organization. So, you spoke of people, and it leads me to my next question, which is about something which you feel very strongly and very bullish about, which is empowering the youth, right? Empowering the youth is the key to unlocking the true potential sustainability in the hospitality sector, and you walk the talk with the IIHS program, sir. So can you tell us a bit about what the IIHS program is about and how it coordinates to work also?
I think we all agree in this room that the future is the young people. Young people are the future. And if the young people are not carefully nurtured, then what are we looking at for the future? It's very important. It's not about doing a program or a course. It's about the young people being educated in a holistic manner. It's not about passing exam. When I was talking to students today, and I told them it's not about passing exam. I have seen so many people who are so-called not the best in the class that they were best in industry. So I myself a very failed child accountant who came to hospitality by default because I was a failure as a CA. So the point which we need to see that young people needs to be nurtured. As we say, you need to dwell very carefully onto them, that their dreams, their aspirations are not trampled. We need to work very sensitively on them and show them the right vision, the right direction. It's not about teaching them 20 books. It's about telling what the world is all about. It's about empowering them to do something. It's about getting their sustainability parameters ready, because they become responsible, sustainable hospitality citizens of tomorrow. That is more important than passing the exam in first class. And that's exactly what we believe in IHM and our other institutions, where we empower the young people like here and give them a lot of ropeway to play. And they do an excellent job, including organizing the world's largest country Olympiad, the Young Olympiad.
You just led me to my next question. But sir, I have to ask you this, as you were talking about young citizens, I know that you had a session with the first year students of IHM today, yes. And before that I had a session with them. So I prepared them and served and told them, Dr. Bose is coming, he's energy ka bharpoor aapka aa raha hai, and be ready for it. And the same thing which you said, sir, about learning from your failures as a leader makes you more stronger. And so what you mentioned is something which is very powerful and very strong, which also represents the culture of IHM. So you spoke about the young Shekhar Vijayan, and it's entering its 10th year in 2024, which is a proud and a prestigious moment for all of you. And I also played a small part there as a judge. So I want to ask you, sir, how does it feel? How's the journey been? What's the future of young Shekhar Vijayan? And I know everybody here in this room feels very, very strongly about it.
Yeah, what started as a 15 country coming in 3 months' time, 10 years back, is now one of the most sought after culinary Olympiad anywhere in the world, which is fantastic in a way. And the best thing about it is that it's so impartial. Nothing is doctored. I'm not telling about any competition, but we all know how the reality shows go. This is not a reality show, this is a real show. And we have got chefs out here. So, and who are the judges, senior judges? We have got Abhijit Shah here and Abhijit Ghosh here, who are the senior judges for the last 10 years. Everything is done in a way to encourage the young people. It's Olympics, where participation is more important than winning. Winning, of course, is important, but being together, getting 60 young people from all over the world together under one umbrella for 8-10 days, in itself is the greatest education.
It's like one family.
One family, exactly. It's one family, one world.
Yeah.
In fact, our credo was one Viceroy, one word.
Yes.
And we created that one word. And what's interesting, Shekhar, when they go back, they become friends for life. And they meet in Bangkok. The other day I was seeing in the social media that some students of 2017, 10 of them met of their own in Bangkok and had a little bit of reunion. How wonderful it is from different countries. And that is what the Young Chef Olympiad is all about. It's not about cooking and winning $10,000. It's about that global friendship. Bring these young people together and mixing. And you all know, I mean, the judges who are here also will vouch. When they leave on the closing ceremony, they cry. They cry like children. They don't want to leave. Within 8 to 10 days, they become best of the friends. They cry. They don't want to leave. They want to stay there. That's a kind of, momentum we used to give and make a difference in their life. A guy who can't speak English from Thailand, who won the silver last year, I met him in Dusit Thani last month. And first day he came, he started crying. I said, why are you crying? Where is the trophy? He said, I miss YCO. I miss YCO. So that's a kind of emotion, So it's very, very passionate kind of a difference in life that YCO does in this life of his young people.
So that's a very interesting point for all the young chefs here in the audience. So let's play a bit of book cricket here, sir, because I know you will love cricket, you will love rugby.
Of course, books are here.
Books are here. If you could go to page 58 in this, I would like to go to page 58. There's a very interesting topic which I like a lot, and it's a super skill of the 21st century, which is storytelling. And if you go to 58 page,
Yes, I'm almost there.
yeah, it's testing sir's eyesight. Page 58, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's something around storytelling which is mentioned here.
Yeah.
Where storytelling has been used to communicate the sustainability efforts. So how relevant is this, sir? Because we have all industry veterans here, hospitality veterans here. How integral is storytelling to the entire ecosystem of hospitality?
So I think one thing we always remember throughout our life is the stories we heard from our grandfathers and grandmothers and parents. I mean, as teachers, I always remember the stories that the teachers told us, not what they taught us. So Chris mentioned that Chris Galvin, his mission Star Trek, being one of the best friends of IHM, myself, and so Chris believes in storytelling. Because when you tell a story, you generally don't forget the story. And sustainability can be best explained by stories, not by SDG goals. I can tell you all the 17 goals, and within a minute, everybody will forget it. But if I tell a story about one of the goals, you will remember it. So that I think is very important about how the stories go. So, like for example, if I take the goal of zero hunger, the judges of the Young Chef Olympiad, which come from 25 nations, and so they came to Calcutta for the closing ceremony, where Chef Abhijit Ghosh was also there, and they said, Suborno, we want to go to a missionary of charities, to Mother Teresa's home. I said, yes. So they went there, and Chris is about 2 years back. And Chris Galvin. Chris came and told me, today, I must thank you. I said, why? He said, this 1 hour changed my life. I said, what happened, Chris? He said, no, you don't know. This 1 hour I spent in Mother Teresa's house, it has changed my life completely. From today I'm a different Chris Gavin. And then he told me the story, what happened in the missionary charities, and how his entire vision of the old people being cared, nurtured by selfless nurses in front of him, fed by hand. He said, my entire life vision have changed. Can you believe that? I mean, this is like, and he comes and tells all of us that I come to Yanishu Olympiad not to judge. Judge, yes, but this is the 7 days of my life per year where I come to make sure I do a pilgrimage. He says, why so is a pilgrimage for? So story I think is very important, very important.
So like you said, stories can make you laugh, can make you cry, can
Absolutely.
resonate with all of us. I think it's such an integral function. So now, I thought a very interesting part, something which is close to both of us. So 3 reasons why Goldie, your dog, and the rest of us common folks should read this book. 3 reasons. 3 reasons why Goldie and Sunshine and all of us should read this very interesting book, sir. 3 reasons why. The power of 3.
I think very important point. I think those who have got pets also, and those so by the by, Goldie is my pet. She is an excellent golden retriever, and so is Sunshine.
Yes.
Yeah. So we and Vijay exchange pictures of Sunshine and Goldie, and I think even when I reach at 2 in the morning, which is quite common by my level of work, I think only one person in the house is always alert to welcome me. It's not my wife.
Same story everywhere.
Yes,
Same story
same story everywhere. So I think they are epitomize sustainability. They epitomize this. They cannot speak, but even a park
That's
is
a lovely
equal to
quote.
1,000.
That's a lovely quote, sir. We should put that in here. They have convinced sustainability. Yeah.
Yes. The other day I met a person in a cafe, small cafe, and then I kind of smiled. So we like in hospitality industry, you always smile at people, even if you don't know them, like, become a habit now. And then I saw this person smiling back at me. And then I said, hello, how are you? And he didn't say anything. So I said, what? Maybe. I didn't say anything wrong. I said, hello, how are you? And then my friend was having coffee with me, and she said, you haven't looked at a badge. I said, what badge? I have got myopia, so I can't see too much. I said, what badge? No, this is a badge. The badge said that I can't speak. I can't hear. He's a deaf and dumb guy, very smart guy. But he has the eyes and he has the lips. And he gets the biggest smile of his life. Then I went there and hugged him. So it's not about spoken words, but it's about emotion.
I think we all speak the same language here, sir.
Absolutely.
So, you have mapped many words which obviously which we have seen in the book. And I've got a small game for you, sir.
Sure.
And are you ready for anything? Being the Gemini that you are. Done my research. So, from Goldie to Gemini. So, I want to ask you this question, sir. One word which comes to your mind when I say the word sustainability.
Life.
Life. Education.
You asked me a difficult question. My answer would have been life, but I'm not going to repeat that. I think I'll say non-literacy. See, Mahatma Gandhi told this, not I, that education is not literacy. Literacy is not the end of education, to quote Mahatma Gandhi. It's not even the beginning. Literacy is not the end of education. It's not even the beginning. And that's the reason you see so many literate people I'm not truly educated.
Educated. Yes.
So I see education as a non-literacy paradigm.
Lovely, sir. That's a very interesting, very deep answer. So, millets, one word to describe millets to you. You've spoken about it extensively in the book also.
I think end of hunger. Millets can become an end of hunger. That's the kind of food, I don't know why it's not been doing. But then in India we have been using millet for long years actually. The ragi, the bajra we are eating. And this is one food, there are chefs here, which can be very cheap, very nutritious, and it can really solve the problem of the hunger. Our SDG goal of zero hunger.
Yes. So leadership, which you exemplify. One word for leadership for you.
Humility.
That was the first word. Innovation.
Well, I think once again the answer would be the life, because without innovation the life will come to a standstill. The world will come to a standstill. And I have got a small take, Shekhar. Like innovation is not something from A to B or B to C. Innovation is in every day, every hour. You innovate every day. So when you go to sleep every day and you find out what I have learned something today, or what I have done a little bit new, and you find I've got a small thing I've done. That is innovation. Innovation don't have to be a big change or a big creative or a big creation. It can be even a small change which we know but we don't do. Even doing what we know is also innovation, because we don't do it. So innovate which is already existing.
So on that innovative note, I've got one more question for you, sir. And you just need to choose any option of this. This is something which you like and love. And you just have to choose one thing in this. Deep sea diving or skydiving.
Sky every day.
And
I'm going to get into water.
That's the reason why sky.
Because of flying.
Yes.
Thanks to Sanchari, I was admitted to the flying club here in Jakku. Started flying about 10 years back now, 8 years back, and then started flying again after the COVID. So the best thing about flying is again that literally you feel top of the world. You feel that you are out there. And secondly, it also teaches you the lesson of life, just like skydiving, or just like water scuba diving, or trekking, or mountaineering. All this teaches you the lessons of life, Shekhar. So I always tell this small story to all my students that on my day one, and when there was a deep cloud, I don't know, it was first day or second day, and I had an excellent trainer. And she, so it's even interesting for me, but she was she. There's no romance there, just that. Just that you are. And she's a school teacher.
People are waiting to be prepared for this.
No romance over here. Saw the sky. And within a second, I couldn't see anything. So when we train, there's a code we say that I take control and I give control. And she said, I take control. I can't even hear so much of language. She almost kicked me like this on my leg. Kicked me, literally. It was painful. That took it because we fly on our legs, right? So that I understood. She just kicked me and said, get it out. And the flight was very nice. Within 8 seconds, we're out on blue skies. Fantastic Bangalore, Lanka sky. Blue, white cloud, we love it. I learned turbulence may be painful, but it's only temporary. You come back to blue skies. And that's the best of life.
Almost like a walk in the clouds, if you.
Yes.
A turbulent walk in the clouds.
Turbulent. But ever since that day, I am never scared of turbulence in flights.
So I have to ask you this, I know you love cricket. Henry Grofield or Ashish Ashish Ray.
Yeah.
Ashish Ray. Puri sabzi, which you get in the school where you studied in,
Yes.
or biryani.
Well, being a Calcutta is always biryani because Calcutta biryani are possibly the best in the country. Sorry, Hyderabad and Lucknow, but my friends here will
Bangalore to Pune. Hyderabad to Bangalore is nowhere in the picture.
Yes.
So Swades or Pardes? I know you travel a lot, sir.
Sorry?
Swades or Pardes?
Definitely my country. And even now it's India story. We have been telling for last 25 years India story. But everybody saying it's India story. Yeah. Anyway.
And sir, last but not the least, you want to see the future or do you want to change the past?
See the future. See the future.
See the future.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure talking to you on this Fireside chat. It's really into work, sir. Tens, speeds, and acts. And this is a wonderful book. Please go ahead and pick up this book, The Art of Sustainable Hospital. Can you all clap for him, everybody? Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I think we should give a clap to Shekhar for taking the initiative of this Fireside chat.
Thank you.
He called me back in Calcutta and said, "Are you ready? You'll be okay." I said, "Anyway, see, it will be always a pleasure."
Absolutely, sir. And sir, I must say, you're a very sporting and a very flexible leader. And you're game for anything which is thrown at you, sir. With complete aplomb. And somebody had told me that, no, sir is ready for anything. I think I spoke to Sachin in the morning, in the evening when I came in. Yeah. And he had told me, no, sir is ready for anything. Actually, you're right. And I was also right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Can you take a picture?